Hey, this is Yulia and welcome to my channel. Here I talk all things learning languages, traveling the world, and much more. In this video, I'll be sharing my tips on how to learn a language fast and all by yourself. But before we dive into today's topic, please make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on all the notifications because it helps a lot with the algorithm. This way, more people will see this beautiful video. And without further ado, let's get started. The number one tip is to find the right motivation. So you want to learn English. Why? Because you want to pass an English exam. Why? Because you want to study abroad. Why? So your motivation should be very specific. It's not like, oh, I just want to speak Korean next week. Why? Because you just watched the Squid Game? Try to find a good motivation, whether you have a trip to Italy next month or you just want to live abroad, study abroad. You should have a very clear picture of why you are doing what you are doing. And the second tip would be set smart goals, meaning specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and having a time frame. It's not like I want to speak Korean. I want to speak Korean by the end of this year. So you have a realistic and specific goal tied to a time frame. Or I would like to be able to read Shakespeare in English by, November 2022. This way you have a time frame, deadline, whatever you call it, and you can actually measure your success. Maybe you can write some mini goals saying, hey, I want to all the present tenses by the end of the month. So this way you can keep track of your progress and don't get discouraged by oh, I'm not gonna reach my goal. No, you have a very specific goal. It is realistic and you have a deadline. So it's gonna be fine. Tip number 3 is super basic, but find time for practice. I know it can be super fun to have an English class or language class whatsoever, or using the app, but then if you don't do it every single day, you won't have any results, So if, let's say, today you've learned some new words, tomorrow spend some time reviewing those words. What I personally do, I would block in my calendar time slot saying, Portuguese, Miss Yulia. You want it, you don't want it, Portuguese. So you can do the same. Half an hour, maybe in the morning while you're drinking your coffee, you can spend 30 minutes on learning a language. And then before you go to sleep, also 20-30 minutes on learning, or maybe reading or listening something new in your target language. I know it might be hard to find time and literally sit down and learn a language, but if you break it into tiny sessions, it would be so much easier and you'll see the progress very soon. Tip number 4 that I actually started using recently with Portuguese is start with the basic words. If you Google top 100, top 1000 words in whatever language, you will find a list of the most used words in the language. And fun fact, 100 words will make up to 50% of the language, and 1000 words will make up to 90% of the language. Meaning, once you know this 100 words, you can speak, you can communicate with other people. If you know 1000 words, you're basically fluent. Well, not really, but you can communicate well, you can express your opinion whatsoever. So I start with the basic words, I, we, go, read, speak. Once I have this base, I can easily talk to people and be I would like a table for 2, please. And as I've already mentioned, surround yourself with a language. Whether it's podcasts, books, maybe you follow some people on social media, maybe you watch some YouTube. I personally watch a lot of Portuguese YouTube, even though I don't understand much because my level is A1. I'm getting used to the language. So if you listen to some podcasts, maybe you will not get what people are saying from the first try, but then you'll get used to the speech, to how people actually talk. Because I feel a lot of people, when they move abroad, they're oh, I have a hard time understanding people. But if you surround yourself with a language, it might be easier to adapt once you move to a new country. My tip number 6 is learn vocabulary that excites you. So if you like filming videos, if you like cooking, start with that vocabulary, meaning you will not find it super hard learning these words because it's something that you like. You like cooking, you're like, oh, this is a pan, this is a pot, this is a fork, this is a knife, whatsoever. This way you will stay motivated because you'll be learning about your favorite things in life. You'll be able to talk about things you love. Maybe it's yoga, snowboarding, I don't know, any hobby that you like, start with this vocabulary. I mean, aside from the 100 words. But don't be scared and try different activities. I used to be that person who like, oh, I'm gonna finish this book, I'm gonna finish this movie, even though I don't like it. When I was learning French, people were like, oh, French movies are the best. You can watch the movies, they're so cool. I hated them. They are so boring. You cannot learn the actual language. For me, it was more entertaining to watch YouTube where people actually of my age, they vlog, they film some stuff where I can hear the actual French, not like French from, years ago. So try different things. If you tried listening to podcasts, but then you're like, I'm not sure if I like it, drop them. Try something new. Try reading a book. Try listening to music. Try watching videos. Try talking to people. It's okay to switch activities. And also it's okay to switch and change teachers or tutors, because sometimes people are like, oh, I kind of like the teacher, but I'm not sure. If you feel like it's not working out, thank you, next. Another pro tip would be find like-minded people or try to talk to other people, maybe to natives even. If you haven't seen my video, you can watch it after this one. I talked about language learning apps, and one of them is Hello Talk, where you can actually talk to the native speakers and practice your language. Because sometimes people are like, oh, languages is for rich, I don't have money to travel to another country. Well, nowadays, you can find so many different people from different countries, from different cities, online, for free. You don't have to spend so much money on traveling because you can literally find a pen pal and talk to them. Easy. And the last but not the least is try filming yourself. This way you will notice so many mistakes that you're making. Honestly, when I started this channel, I was like, who is this woman? I don't talk like this. But then I was like, okay, actually it's a good way to improve your communication, I guess, skills. You can also try journaling, so you can write 1 sentence a day, maybe 5 sentences a day. And then I personally use wordreference.com. You can go and check whether you used the word right, whether everything is okay. You can mark your writings maybe, so next time you'll be like, oh, I made a mistake here, maybe I'll need to focus on this topic next time. So filming, recording, excuse me. So filming yourself, recording yourself, journaling will help you a lot with, self-assessment kind of thing. You can see the progress over time. So when I watch my first English videos, I'm like, who is this person? And now I'm kind of like, okay, even though some people like, oh, she has a Russian accent. How many languages do you speak, bruh? 1? Okay, I'll speak 5. So yeah, these are my tips for learning languages at home. I hope the video was helpful. You can always support me by giving the thumbs up to this video, sharing with your friends, maybe commenting, saying hi Yulia. And we will see you very soon. Bye!